This is my usual vise. It's a Petit Swiss vise, but the piece is about this wee thing, the Stonfo hook and hackle gauge, which I'll zoom in on. This is a stage that fits around the hook stem. I've got a couple of O-rings. Depending on the diameter of the stem it's fitting to, I've got large and medium O-rings. This is a slimmer stem, so the narrower one fits well. And the gauge just sits there. I can move it up and down. Very handy. At the bottom I've got the hook. At the bottom I've got the hackle part, and at the top I've got the hook part. The hackle part is fairly simple to understand. There's a post here around which or against which I can bend a hackle, and I can read off the diameter of the hackle barbs. This is about a 14, and I can actually run through the whole hackle and check that the whole of the hackle is the same. Now you can see there's something going on. The hackle's been crushed, and as it gets towards the tip it is getting smaller. Some saddle hackles do that, some don't. On neck hackles, they tend to have a slight taper. Very useful. It means I know, by this gauge, I know what size that hackle is. Then I have the hook gauge. Now, this is a Hanak wet fly hook, competition Stillwater and wet, which, nice hook, barbless hook, modern hook. So this is a 10. If I put it on the 10 there, you should be able to see that it's a little bit on the wide side. It's an oversized 10. So it's a wide gape 10. If I put it on the 8, by this gauge, it's an 8. If I take this one, this is also a barbless hook. This is a Partridge Catskill short. It's a very modern, very recent hook actually. And if I put that on the gauge, this is also a 10. This, because it's got an upcurved point, this is a 10. If I look at the rest of the bend and further along this piece of the hook, the return to the hook, it measures more like an 8. But I can get a clear idea of how hooks compare. So on those two hooks, I would probably put the same size hackles, depending on what my purpose is. The gauge itself is worked out, I think, more for dry fly hackle than anything else. Now, if I'm tying a bumble or a palmer on this Hanak hook, this slightly oversized 10, if I put if I use the 10 measurement on here, on on this part of the gauge, on the hackle gauge, I get something that's 1.5 times the hook gape, give or take, because of the way that the hook's shaped. If I want something that's narrower than that, I pick a smaller hackle size, so I might go down to a 12 or a 14. If I want something longer, say for a head hackle, a shoulder hackle, I might go up a size. I might go up from the 10 to an 8, and that would give me a different profile for the fly. This is the point. With the gauge, I've got a rule, a measure, and I can use that constructively. It doesn't lock me into using certain size of hackles. And I found this much more useful than I expected, this Stonfo hackle gauge. I've not used one before. I've been working on bumbles recently, and I found it very useful indeed. So that's the Stonfo hackle gauge.